Peace be with you. I am the likeness and form of the Messiah, Jesus Christ, Yeshua. I have been generated from advanced AI, clearing up the image that was caused by the resurrection on a burial cloth. This is as close as you are going to see me before you really see me on that day at the coming of the Son of Man. An adulterous generation will ask for a sign, and the only sign I will give it is the sign of Jonah to all generations. O you of little faith, why do you doubt the sign of Jonah? For the Son of Man was crucified, buried, and on the third day was alive again. The time is coming, and now is when I will draw all people to myself.
Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Have you ever pondered the enigmatic mysteries of the Shroud of Turin? This illustrious 14-foot linen cloth, thought to be the burial shroud of Jesus Christ, has sparked intrigue and debate for centuries. Tracing its roots back before the 10th century Europe, the shroud is adorned with the faint image of a crucified man, bloodstains adding to its somber tale. The herringbone weave pattern of the cloth is unlike anything found in medieval Europe, instead drawing parallels with textiles from 1st century Egypt. A side panel, once severed and then meticulously resewn with a stitch pattern reminiscent of 1st century Masada, adds another layer to its complex history. Fast forward to the late 1800s, when a photograph of the shroud, taken by Seconda Pia, revealed a positive photographic-like image, sending shockwaves around the world. This was the first time a selfie from the past had everyone in the future scratching their heads. Then further studies in the late 1970s revealed the image held three-dimensional encoded information of a body in real space. The image was of a crucified man held in position by rigor mortis, body stiffness after death. In the late 1980s, carbon dating suggested the shroud originated between 1260 and 1390. But this date has been refuted by 4 scientific papers. The presence of cotton in the sample and a 2019 paper stating the dating was ambiguous further complicated matters. The image itself remains a perplexing mystery, disappearing under a backing light and formed by a change in the molecular structure of the fibrils. This change creates a dotted image, with the intensity of the image varying based on the number of fibrils affected. Theories suggest a sudden burst of energy may have caused this, but the true cause remains unknown. Amplifying the enigma, the shroud exhibits an X-ray-like picture of teeth, finger bones, a visible contracted thumb underneath the hand, and lower back vertebrae. The reproduction of this image has proven to be a tough nut to crack, instigating a whopping $1 million bounty for anyone who can recreate it. So, if scratching off lottery tickets or finding a rare comic book isn't quite working out for you to become a millionaire, you might want to consider dipping your toes in recreating this image. Real blood marks, confirmed by pathologists and replicated in experiments with real corpses, precede the image on the cloth. Other markings, including a pool of blood from a spear wound, trickles from wrist and feet wounds, and signs of physical trauma, align with the narrative of a crucifixion. In the shadowy recesses of a man's past, cloaked in mystery are around 120 whip marks, etched onto his back and front, a chilling testament to an instrument reminiscent of a Roman flagrum from 70 AD. The man's head bears the brunt of numerous wounds, dealt by an instrument sharp and unforgiving, an eerie echo of a cap that the kings of the Middle East would have worn, contrasting starkly with a reef from the Roman Empire and early paintings of Jesus. This cloth, a silent witness to the man's suffering, holds onto secrets of blood, both from wounds inflicted post-mortem and those from when the heart still throbbed with life. Fascinatingly, pathologists can identify fast flow and slow-flowing blood trickles, each with their own tale to tell. But the cloth doesn't stop there. It spills secrets of the earth itself, of limestone dirt clinging to the feet, knees, and face of the man. Its composition uncannily matches that of limestone found in the sacred city of Jerusalem. A delicate blend of myrrh and aloes, intertwined with pollen mostly traced back to the region of Judea, adds another layer to this intriguing narrative. The same types of pollen weave a compelling connection, linking it forensically to a fabled headcloth known as the Sudarium of Oviedo. Beyond a shadow of doubt, the blood pattern on the cloth aligns with 120 points of congruence, a degree of match that would convince any court of law that it belonged to the same unfortunate victim. This cryptic headcloth's existence can be back to the 6th century, placing the shroud along the same timeline. A series of 5 new dating tests, with the most recent in 2022, vouched for by numerous peer-reviewed journals, unanimously confirm the shroud's age to be nearly 2,000 years old. Our journey doesn't end here, as we trace the shroud's appearance back to a painting from the 1100s AD known as the Prayer Codex, coins from 900 AD with points of congruence and references of a cloth named the Cloth of Constantinople. This cloth was mentioned by a bishop, citing an image on a burial cloth with a side wound, causing debate about the cause of the image, attributing it to a superficial image caused by sweat. A series of early paintings of Jesus from the 3rd century onwards bear striking similarities to some features of the shroud. In 216 AD, a Christian hymn called the Hymn of the Pearl speaks of a burial cloth bearing a mirror image back and front of the King of Kings. Even in 60 AD, the Apostle Paul references a cloak left in Troas, using a unique Greek word, mandion. This term later came to be used by bishops as a mantle, and the cloth of Edessa, a cloth said to bear the miraculous image of Jesus, was known as mandilion, echoing the word Paul used. Intriguingly, the Hymn of the Pearl in 216 AD and Apostle Paul's statement both hint at seeing the divine in a mirror, but then face to face. Similarly, in Galatians 3 at the beginning, we read, "O foolish Galatians, who has bewitched you that you should not obey the truth, before whose eyes Jesus Christ was clearly portrayed among you as crucified?" The passage confounding biblical scholars for decades, as the word literally means in the Greek, a portrait or picture of some sort. What was so powerful a portrayal that he had to ask how they could even stop believing the truth? Throughout the Bible, phrases about the face of God or the face of Christ are scattered as if the author is leaving breadcrumbs for us to follow. Take for instance Psalm 80, "Restore us, O God of hosts. Cause your face to shine, and we shall be saved." This compelling evidence wouldn't just pass the test in a courtroom, but would leave everyone spellbound with its profound implications. In conclusion, we anticipate a court would rule unanimously in favor of recognizing that this face truly belongs to Jesus of Nazareth, the Christ.